Hello, my name's Osiris.
One dark and stormy night, I stole a pierogi from an eldritch being. It's been a while since I stole that pierogi, but I've noticed now that I can cast spells. I've been cursed. This curse is getting stronger the more I cast. It's weird. Well, my magic is sometimes a little wonky, but that's normal, right? Right? I assume that pierogi was meant for someone else, and it's my job to search the lands to find this MacArthur. You're listening to Deadly D8. I've been brought to the frozen north in search of this mysterious MacArthur, the one I think the pierogi was meant for. The mountains are not forgiving. What's that? Oh, this is gonna be a fight!
The Wellspring Mage is a dynamic and engaging archetype to play with.
You start with one less spell slot per level,
but there are ways of getting up to 2 spell slots back. Since we are starting initiative in combat, a Wellspring Surge check is automatically activated.
Time to roll a DC 6 flat check. I generate a Wellspring Surge. A Wellspring Surge is when my magic goes out of my control.
This can be tricky as it has a spell level chosen randomly among my top 3 levels of spell slots.
Time to roll a d20 and compare it to the Wellspring Surges table. I rolled a 14. That means I triggered Strike Up the Band. For 1 minute, you are followed by orchestral theme music tied to the emotional content of the actions you're performing. This grants you a +2 status bonus to diplomacy, intimidation, and performance checks, and a -2 status penalty to deception checks, and makes certain uses of stealth virtually impossible.
It might have other effects as the GM sees fit.
But what's this? I have the Wellspring control feat, which lets me roll twice and take the result of my choice. Time to see what I get. Mental broadcast. For 1 minute, everyone within 30 feet of you can hear your surface thoughts. Oh boy. I'm gonna choose Strike Up the Band instead.
The White Dragon starts by shooting its breath weapon at me, so I need to roll a reflex save, and I...
Rolling at 1. But wait, there's more! I took Urgent Upwelling at 6th level, which says,
once per 10 minutes, when the triggering enemy reduces you to 0 HP, an enemy critically hits you, or you critically fail a saving throw, attempt a flat check for Wellspring magic. Yes, this is a critical success since it's 10 over the DC 6 flat check. Urgent Upwelling says, if you critically succeed, you can choose to forego gaining a temporary spell slot to instead have the triggering enemy undergo a Wellspring Surge.
This surge functions just as it would for you, the only difference being that it emits from the enemy.
Now, let's roll to see which Wellspring Surge happens to the dragon.
Emotional turmoil. A swirl of conflicting emotions overwhelm you from the surging magic. For 1 minute, attempt a DC 11 flat check at the start of each of your turns. On a success, you gain a +2 status bonus to all attack rolls, saving throws, and skill checks. On a failure, you take a -2 status penalty to them instead.
I still get hit with the breath weapon, but now the dragon is affected by emotional turmoil.
This is gonna hurt. Getting hit with that frozen breath is gonna leave a mark, so I shoot him with Spirit Blast!
The White Dragon fails their saving throw, taking 56 points of force damage. At the start of the White Dragon's turn, it needs to roll for emotional turmoil. It rolls a 7 on a d20, so it takes a -2 penalty to attack rolls, saving throws, and skill checks. So it decides to cast Gust of Wind as an innate arcane spell.
But what's this?
It just triggered my Interfering Surge reaction.
Interfering Surge lets me as a reaction, expend a spell slot, and attempt to counteract the triggering spell. Since Gust of Wind is not in my repertoire, and it isn't in my tradition, which is divine, I take a -5 penalty to this check. It'd only be -2 if I was using the same magical tradition, or none at all if it was in my repertoire. If the triggering spell is counteracted, it creates a Wellspring Surge from its caster in addition to the normal effects of being counteracted. If it isn't counteracted,
Your expended spell slot creates a Wellspring Surge from you.
I ended up succeeding on the counteract check, so it creates another Wellspring Surge from the dragon.
Let's roll to see what it gets.
Let's see here. Oh no. Energy Unleashed. Raw energy deals 2d6 damage per spell level of the surge. Basic reflex save and a 10-foot burst. Ow. Well, I gotta slay this dragon, and that won't happen if I keep talking. If you enjoy a bit of randomness in your spellcasting and like keeping everyone on their toes, this is the archetype for you. It's wild, it's wacky, and it's a whole lot of fun. Check it out, it's
The Wellspring Mage archetype.